Hello everyone and welcome to this week's art journey. I am drawing my alternate universe version of Ganondorf. This goes along with the AU Link and AU Ghirahim that I've done. There's also an AU Zelda that I've done. I did all of them in the same Linktober in 2021. Just slowly been going through and digitizing and fixing up and their designs and stuff like that. So this is Goodnight Ganondorf, which is very, very strange to say because I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom and that is not a good Ganondorf. I mean, as a villain, he's great, but yeah, so it's weird to say Goodnight Ganondorf while I'm, playing that and such. So that's a thing. There were a few design changes with this one. I mean, obviously he has no lower half in the original image, so I had to completely design the lower half. I did change the belt. I obviously changed the position of his arms. I did also change the design on the breastplate and the arm guards as well. My wrist keeps snapping. And his little tiara thingamabob. I don't know what to call it. The biggest reason for the changes were just, I don't know, they felt really kind of meh on the original drawing. I mean, I like them, but they were kind of meh. So I fixed it up and I tried to make it look a little bit more nice. Now, obviously, it's very decorative armor that he's wearing as a breastplate. It's not super practical. Well, I mean, how much of Link's outfits in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are actually practical looking? Anyway, so I imagine it to be more like a ceremonial dress-up type piece of armor. It's, it's similar to like a guy wearing a tux, I guess, or suit. It's for fancier occasions. So, yeah, I kept feeling that his right arm was very stiff and awkward, but I couldn't figure out how to fix it, so I kind of worked it out in the story in my head. So he's approaching someone, obviously. He's walking forward. I attempted to make it look like that anyway. And it's a stranger, so he's being very cautious and he's keeping his arm kind of back because he's actually got like a blade behind him on like the back of his belt that you can't see, so he's ready to draw it if he needs to. Yeah, I had a decent amount of trouble with like the shape of him, I suppose would be the way to say it. I kept feeling like there was something off and I could never figure out what it was. I do feel his face is a little bit round, but every time I tried to sharpen it, it just looked not good. So I suppose since he's good, he's got more of a round and soft face. So there you go. You have soft face Ganon with this soft little beard thingy. This little I gave him some luscious locks though, because why not? The design for the shirt did change. I changed it to a single sleeve instead of a double sleeve. I also ended up changing colors around a lot. Tried to add more of like the Gerudo sort of patterning on there with the liney stuff. His shoes, I didn't know what to do with, so they ended up looking like that. I guess they aren't too bad, but if you are familiar with any of my other Zelda art, you might sort of recognize the style of the shin guards. They look very similar to something else I'd drawn. But yeah, I actually started this a while ago, and then I stopped and I drew the Spooky Boys picture from last week. And then, as kind of caught up playing Legend of Zelda, and almost forgot to finish this to be able to post it today. But yeah, so this is my goodnight Ganondorf. This sort of, I really don't have like an actual story for this AU. I'm kind of piecing little things and making them up as I draw the pictures. But in my head, what I imagined was, Link is the prince, but he's still like the chosen hero. But he's super reckless and has like no caution. So Ganondorf was appointed as like his babysitter, for lack of a better word. So he's the one who takes the precautions, and he's the one who kind of like, you know, grabs the back of Link's shirt and goes, "No, wait." Which gave me an idea for the picture, which you'll have to wait to see that. But I imagine in this scenario that it's actually Ghirahim he's approaching, that Ghirahim's shown up and is attempting to have an audience with Link, and Ganondorf's told Link, "No, you stay back here, I'll speak with him," because he is a stranger and he's obviously not human of any kind. So that's sort of the scenario in my head, is like him and Link were, you know, somewhere on official business. That's why he's wearing the more pretty armor. And yes, I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. I like the colors that I ended up landing on, and I like the shading and his luscious looks. I mean, there's still a few things like that feel a bit off, but I have no idea how to fix them. So they're going to stay off because I don't know how to put them on. That sounded weird. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I will eventually get around to digitizing my AU Zelda, who is the baddie. And I hope to see you around on some more art journeys with me.